Welcome to the Keep Pointing Up podcast. I'm Matt Corley. Whether you're driving to work, sitting in your truck, working out, or just trying to make it through another day, we're glad you're here. At Keep Pointing Up, we believe no one is too far gone, no one is beyond redemption, and no one has to walk alone. Every episode, you'll hear real stories from real people who have experienced struggle, failure, healing, and life-changing grace of Jesus Christ. As we like to say, our stories are all the same. The details are just different. So whenever, or better yet, wherever you are today, don't give up and keep pointing up.
Hi, I'm Stephen Gobert. People think the hardest part of being a family lawyer is going to court. It's not. The hardest part is watching good people go through some of the most painful seasons of their lives. Divorce, child custody disputes, or losing a loved one. The legal issues are important, but behind every case is a real family trying to figure out what's next. That's why I try to lead with compassion first and legal strategy second.
Welcome back to the second episode, and we have some good guys here. Number one slider cooker in Lafayette, right? Colby. How do you say last name?
Patout.
Patout. All right.
Yeah.
And Ethan
Aguillard.
Yes,
sir.
Really?
Yeah.
You related to any Aguillards in Lake Charles?
Man, not that I'm aware of.
All right,
Family's from Eunice.
my mother-in-law's an Aguillard.
Yeah, there's a lot of us, and my grandfather, he had 16 brothers and sisters, so
yeah, I'm sure.
it spreads out far.
Okay.
I don't know where.
Cool deal, man. Cool deal. Well, I'm happy to have y'all. We're happy to have y'all.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, brother. Tell us, Colby, tell us a little bit about how you got involved with KPU.
Well, let's start off in that prayer.
Yeah.
Before
why don't
we
you
even
lead us
get
in prayer?
rolling
See
there.
how I do? I get so excited.
That's okay, man. I'm just as excited.
I get so excited.
Lord, we come to you today, Father. We thank you. We praise you. We glorify you. We thank you for the fellowship. We thank you for this opportunity, Father. And as we're going through this podcast, Lord, I ask you, Father, that you just speak through each one of us. You invade us with your spirit, with your love, with your peace. You guide our conversation and just open up our vulnerability. And I ask you, Father, that as we're speaking, that our story will speak to someone else and help someone else, that you use our story, Father. And I ask that you bless KPU and the men listening and attending KPU, Father. We praise you. We glorify you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for your love. Thank you for dying on the cross and shed your blood for our sins. And it's in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Colby.
Thank you, man. It's
So yeah, brother. I don't know much about you, other than I know you love the Lord,
that I do.
and again, you can cook a good slider. So I'm kind of looking forward to just getting to know you, man. Like we were talking earlier, how I know you in passing. I know you from the KPU events. I attended the Bayou for a good little while and got to kind of get to know you there. But as far as the man Colby, I don't know much about you. And then I just met Ethan today. I
Correct.
had no idea he was fixing to do this,
Yeah, me either.
but God did. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, man. How'd you get involved with KPU?
So, 2024, we got invited to the Bayou Church, and
Who was we?
my wife and I.
Okay.
I was really needing Jesus, man. I was in a dark place, and we heard about the Bayou, and we got invited, and we attended, and our first attending, it was Pastor Griff, and they were wrapping up coming out of the cave, which was supposed to be a 4-part.
Yeah.
But it was so good
Yeah.
that it ended up being, I think it was 7 or 8 parts.
Correct.
And we ended up there the day of the last part, right? And if you know about coming out the cave, it was about addiction, it was about anxiety, it was about mourning, it was
Yeah.
everything we suffer with in this
Depression,
world.
anxiety, all of you.
All of it. Suicide. And that's where I was, man. It was just a few days away. That Monday, I had actually planned my death the Monday prior to us attending that Sunday.
Wow.
And that morning, I told my wife, I said, I need a hit of Jesus, And that Sunday, in that service. He was kind of talking about everything, wrapping it up, right?
Yeah.
And Griff said, some of y'all need a jolt of Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the words I spoke to my wife. He
Hours
used
before.
jolt. I said, it.
Yeah.
Hours before. So, man, I just knew that was my time to totally surrender, you know. And I did. And we kept attending the Bayou.
Yeah.
And in December, Will Fairburn got up and he talked. And I heard his story and I was like, man, I need to meet this guy. I need what he has and what he, because he was talking about CR,
Yes.
Celebrate Recovery. And so that sparked my interest. And I inquired about it and I realized CR is not just for recovering addicts.
That's right.
It's recovering life issues.
Yeah.
That's me all the way, brother.
Yeah.
You know, full of life issues. And I attended CR the January of 2025, first time. And we had the newcomers one-on-one.
Okay.
And it was Kerry, Seymour, and Tiger. And Kerry's sitting across from me, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, he's got his big chain, and he's got his Adidas with his Nike shoes, his white T-shirt. And I'm like, bro, you want me to tell my problems to this guy? Like, okay. You know, I was very judgmental.
Right.
And so we did one-on-one, and I was kind of like, man, you know, this guy's all right. He's all right.
Yeah, he is.
You know, after an hour, 45 minutes talking with him. And so I started continuing CR on Monday nights. And I heard about 12 steps.
Okay.
And I was like, man, this is something I need with my life issues. And the group I was attending was life issues. Yeah. So I was kind of looking for a sponsor, and a sponsor, you know, sponsors you and walks through the 12 steps with you.
Right.
Well, guess who my sponsor was?
Let me guess. Big, tall, goofy.
Ghetto.
Ghetto.
Love you, Kerry. He ended up being my sponsor, and man, I got to know him and walking that journey of healing with Kerry has just, man, it was just great for me. And, you know, he mentioned about he wanted to start a men's group and if I'd be interested in helping. And I was like, yeah, bro, like, you just finished helping me. Now we can go and help others?
Yeah.
Of course. So he started it, man. And I just jumped right in there with him. And bro, whatever he needs, it's like, you know, I don't want to overstep boundaries, but whatever he needs, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah.
You know, whatever KPU needs.
So 2024, you walk back into the Bayou. Is that, I'm trying to remember. So I walked into the Bayou January 2024.
Okay.
Right. With the notion that I was just there to find a church to send my stepson to student ministries, and bawled crying at service. But out of the cave, that was fairly early in the 2024 year, right?
Yes. Yes.
February, maybe. I think it went.
It was a little later than that.
It was
for
Agape,
me.
and then Out of the Cave.
Out of the Cave, I believe so.
So
yes.
no later than March.
I believe it was March, April for me.
Okay, all right. So and then you're going faithfully on Sundays. Before you heard Will do his thing and you get into CR, was it just going on Sundays?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so,
it was strictly Sundays, giving my life, and you know, my relationship, personal relationship with Christ.
Of course, you're doing your thing on your own, but you were just involved in the Bayou as far as the Bayou on Sundays.
Yes.
And the reason I'm asking this is because KPU is so big on fellowship. How much different did your life become when you got involved with other men who were going through the same thing as you were going through? So you go from, I'm just going to go on Sundays, me and my wife, we're going to go in there, we're going to praise, we're going to worship, we're going to listen to the word, we're going to bring it home. But then December 2024, you start to get involved with other men struggling with the same stuff. How did life change?
So CR is where I got started.
Yeah.
And being in that small group and hearing other men share. And it's like, man, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. For so many years, I've actually been living life alone. I've chased that I don't know the right word to use, but the growing up without a father, I always looked at my boss in every job. I would seek his approval, and so to get in this group and see other men, hearing them share, it just led me to want to share, and hearing their success, but also hearing their failures.
Yeah.
And sharing my own. And then I realized, man, the more I'm sharing, I'm inspiring some of these people. Like, bro, I am not an inspiration, but they're like, bro, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was the only person who's been molested, who's been abandoned by their father, who's been hit, who's been talked down to, who's been belittled.
Yeah.
You know, the issues that we as men are trying to overcome as our childhood.
It's a powerful thing how Jesus uses our past to inspire others.
Yes.
Something that puts us in the depression, puts us in a place of isolation. The devil uses to keep us ineffective, and then Jesus turns around and uses the same thing for us to be effective, man, and to change somebody's perspective.
Right?
Yeah. I can't get enough of that, man. Like when been molested, things have happened to me as a childhood, and it never fails. I get that feeling in my stomach when I go to talk about it, like, this is so weird. And then when I'm done, somebody's like, hey, man, can I talk to you? And I already know what time it is.
Yes.
Like, I already know where this is going.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So what about you, Ethan?
What about me?
I know, right? Do you attend the Bayou?
Yes, I do attend the Bayou. I haven't been attending regularly.
Okay, well, you just told on yourself, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, you
love
got
that.
to be
Notice.
here to be open and honest,
Yeah.
which is a great thing, especially with KPU, being able to go and to hear the message and then to sit down with people that you've never met before and be able to talk to one another and be vulnerable. You realize you've got a lot more in common than you think. And the simplest things could be, all right, let me just describe my struggle. And somebody else hearing that gives them that building block that they need to move on to that next step or to just help them in general. So the reflection that you get off of one another is a beautiful thing. And I got my start at KPU, going to KPU through Gates of Faith, which I heard about through Colby and Andrew. They would hint and say, hey, you should come check it out. You should come
Shout
check
out
it out.
Chip Price.
Yep.
Yes. Man, Chip is such a awesome guy. I mean, even though I don't know him as well as I would like to, what he's done for me in my faith is, essentially, he helped me find Jesus.
Wow.
Which I knew. I've heard the name Jesus. He's been growing up. I've always heard his name, but I didn't know him and what he stood for. And even though I'm in this stage of growth and development in my faith and learning more about him, it's the peace that surpasses understanding. I know what that means. Wow. I don't worry. I don't worry anymore. And I have a lot to worry about. My children. Am I doing the right things? How is he going to end up providing for my family? Might have a struggle month. It's going to be okay. You take a deep breath and have faith. Everything happens for a reason. He's got it all sorted out. And this morning when we went to go meet Josh, we got out the trucks. He saw our KPU shirt.
So Josh is someone we were meeting with to build a website.
Yeah.
Okay.
To give you a little,
He's going to build the website, or y'all are building a website?
I'm starting a new business adventure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we talked to him about this new website for this new business adventure.
Okay.
So we're just meeting him with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we just
He
met him
sees
this
your
morning.
shirts.
Sees the shirts. He said, man, I've been to a KPU meeting a while back, and I don't even know how long we were there. We didn't even talk about building the website for the first hour and a half or so, and it was just sharing our testimonies and how, you know, our faith has grown and what it's done in our lives. It was just such a great thing, you know. And the one thing that ties it all together is Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You know, I mean, I couldn't imagine going through what he had gone through, me being me, because I fortunately, I didn't have the worst upbringing. My parents, my grandparents, everybody around me, they did a great job of sheltering me from the BS of life and their family struggles and issues. So I've had my own issue was just feeling kind of lost, like not having a sense of direction. And God blessed me with children at the right time. Even though I was scared, I didn't know what to do. That was the catalyst to being a changed man and getting into church and taking Jesus seriously.
Okay. So I want to ask that. Like you talked about, I knew of him, I knew his name.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start walking with him? Right. So I can know facts about somebody, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know him.
Right.
I could rattle off facts about certain golfers, Ken Griffey Jr. I could name dates when he hit certain home runs, but I don't know Ken Griffey Jr., right?
It's like being a fan of somebody and actually
I knew of Jesus.
Yeah.
So and I heard you say that. When did you start walking with him? When did you want him to know the ways of the Lord, like David said?
Once I probably started around my previous employment at the Windows Doors and More. We would do morning prayers. Mm-hmm. We would do the morning prayers, and then after leaving there, you know, that was kind of like the seed that was planted. And then Door and Window Pros came about. Started working with Door and Window Pros. I was still. Let me just say the Gates of Faith. The Gates of Faith is what really changed it for me and made me want to take it more seriously.
Why'd you go to Gates of Faith?
Well, one, they kept telling me about it and how great it was.
Okay.
And it was like a way to get out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
Like this, you know, I'm way out of my comfort zone doing this. Like the sit downs, the being vulnerable, able to vocalize your struggles and what you're dealing with, and to be able to do it with a group of people, with an audience, you know, broke down some barriers for me, you know.
Gates of Faith, kind of like your CR for Colby.
Man, to me, honestly, it was just like a community, and it was almost like a study.
What I mean by that, like outside of just going to church on Sundays, Gates of Faith was your first thing to fellowship with other people.
Yeah, and I was going to Gates of Faith at the Bayou before I was even attending Sunday service over there.
Yeah.
But I gotta give props to the Gates of Faith, because that and Colby and God for guiding me in the direction of them.
Chip, there you go, brother. That program got one.
Oh yeah,
that's all that matters. Plus one. So don't quit, man. I went through it. I loved it. And I know Chip, he really puts a big effort into that thing, and it has gotten
He loves
better,
the Lord,
man,
and he loves men.
Yeah, he does. He's a good guy. So how did y'all two meet?
Previous employment.
Yeah.
Previous employment.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you took him with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I wasn't leaving a good thing.
Man, and we used to, we used to kind of butt heads too. There was a couple times where I was like, man, this dude is after me. This dude is after me.
I could see Colby being difficult.
Oh, very.
See Colby being
Very.
We go to the gas station, cutting up with the people at the gas station. They're looking at me and like, are you gonna do something about this? I said, you get used to it.
Yeah.
You know, this is it's starting to rub off on me. You know, and I can't complain. You know, it's meeting Colby. It has been great. His determination, the confidence that he has to be able to do the things that he does. He won't shy away from a challenge. I would, but being with him for so long, you know, he shows he's like a mentor. You know,
that's beautiful.
I've grown a lot more confident You know, I'm not as scared to let me try doing something on my. I changed my toilet. You know, I'm the man. I can do anything.
Yeah.
Literally. You know, so it just goes to show what community can do. Just meeting somebody and hearing his stories can impact just about anybody, you know, and that the testimony or your walk, you know, is what can help everybody else or just other people in general. Being that example, you know, can somebody might take the look at themselves and say,
That's right.
I need to, you know, change,
Yeah, man.
you know.
I got so I attend the Harvest now. That's where I go, Pastor DK.
Mm-hmm.
And man, he said something the other night in Bible study that was just floored me in the sense of someone asked him, "Hey man, how much do you talk? How much do you talk about Jesus?" And his response was 24/7. I try to 24/7, and every once in a while I use my mouth. And that's what it is, man. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
what?
Speaking from the heart 24/7.
Yeah,
Right.
and then every once in a while he'll use words. So it's like that walk. I can't tell you how many times, even like close friends, will be like, "Hey man, what's going on with you?" And I like, gotcha, right? Let me tell you. You know, let me
Yeah.
set that hook, baby.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So, Carrie approaches you about getting this thing going.
Yep.
Right. What role, or what, I guess, in the sense of, did you just go along with what his vision was? Did you have a part in anything other than I'm just here to help,
Encouragement.
bro? Okay.
Encouragement.
Okay.
He would talk about different things, and I would encourage or discourage.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, man. That's one of my gifts, but people may look at it as man, that guy's negative. But I try to tear everything apart before it even starts.
Yeah.
Now I know all the weak points.
Okay.
Let's get the weak out the way, fix that. Now we can focus on moving forward and building something great. And it sounds negative, but it's really not when you look at it from a different perspective. You want to get the negative stuff out the way. And it's not that I'm trying to break something down, even though it is breaking it down, but you want to build something good, but you have to get all the BS out the way.
Yeah.
You know, the negative stuff out before, just like tilling your land, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of what I did. I was encourage him, but then, hey man, maybe we should.
Let's take a
maybe
look
we
at this.
should.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about this at
Yes.
least. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah. You
And,
gotta have somebody to say, I don't know about that.
Correct.
Explain more.
Correct.
Right, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I love the way you say that.
Yeah.
Explain more.
Yeah. Give me some more details.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, when was the first KPU?
First KPU was August of 2025.
Okay, the first one I attended was the first one at the.
I believe it was August.
Okay.
Okay.
So from. Man, and I probably should know that. No, I shouldn't. I can't put too much pressure on myself.
I
So,
would say if we started in August was the first, August, September, October would have been the first one at the Cajun Dome.
Okay.
October, November.
when did you, Carrie, or the team say, "Hey, we need a bigger spot"?
Before we started.
Yeah, you knew. Y'all had an idea that
yeah.
this was gonna grow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And by the first one, when we seen the amount of men, it was kind of like, whoa, everybody was surprised.
Yeah.
Of like, it's like we knew it, but it was still surprising, right?
Yeah.
And then by the second, it was like, whoa, all right, man, we need somewhere bigger.
Okay.
We did a great job of filling it up, the venue, but we did an even better job of filling out the parking lot. I mean, there was just nowhere else to park. We were parking down the road, across the street, like it was, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't attend one over there. That was when I had some other stuff going on in my life on Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I think everybody's heard this story. I started paying attention to Carrie, right? My wife would come home and talk about this dude, Carrie, and I'm like, man, what? You know, who's this dude?
Yeah.
You know, and then I paid attention. And then I started going in at the Cajun Dome, and I don't want to miss. You know, I'm sure I will somewheres along the lines, but I don't want to
Life,
miss.
correct.
Right? There's just something about, again, that fellowship of men that know me. Right? Like I don't know you, but I know you.
Yeah.
You know, I just the first day I met you, but just hearing a little bit, like I know you because we're the same. The details are different. But being in a room of men and sitting at those tables and asking the questions back and forth, it does something for my soul, bro. Like it's fulfilling, you know.
Really is.
And I just have to show up. I don't have to do much. I just have to be there. And then yeah, cool that we get somebody to speak some good stuff to us. That's almost lagniappe to me. I want to know about your day. Hey, I ain't seen you in a month. What's been going on? How's the fam? How's the kid?
How are
yeah,
you?
man. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, bro.
You know, you last month you shared yada yada. How are you doing?
Yeah.
And then to hear, man, I'm doing good. I heard your story, or I heard Ethan's story, and it just gave me so much encouragement. To me, that's the part that I feed off of. It's just hearing someone else's story and knowing that they made it.
Yeah.
And how many times do you go and hear someone's story, hear your speaker's story, and realize, man, the month before or the week before, you were struggling with what he's sharing, or man, I can't relate to him, but then next week, you relate to him
Boom.
real well.
Yeah,
So it's you're there for a purpose,
That's right.
and that's it.
that's right. When did you start attending KPU?
I went to the first KPU, missed the second one, and then I think how many do we have at the Broussard? There was 2 at the Broussard location. So I went to the first one, which was awesome. And then how many? There's been quite a handful after that. I've missed a couple of them.
Yeah, I get it.
But I mean, I guess from the jump, I've been there from the
start.
jump. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's some of the things that you enjoy about KPU events?
The people.
Yeah.
Meeting the people. It's just rubbing elbows and having those vulnerable conversations and being able to relate to one another and keep it Christ-centered, you know. And it's just we all struggle.
Yeah,
We
man.
all struggle. Like I fall short every day, you know. But that community that you can build, you know, without it, it's harder to do it without the community. And with the community there, it gives you that hope, that encouragement, and I mean, honestly, I like hearing the speakers. You know, they each bring their own perspectives, their different styles. Sometimes, you know, you hear Pastor Griff talk, and you know that energy that he brings
In your face
in
the whole time. I don't know how he does it.
And then you got people that just do it so gracefully, and they all strike different points of you, and it's good to have some place to go where you can bounce off of one another and have that gap filled in you, you know, keeping it Christ-centered.
That is the most beautiful thing about KPU.
Yeah.
Is guys, we're outside the walls of a church.
Mm-hmm.
That religion does not matter. It's Christ-centered. We are there for Jesus, for one another.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about religion. We don't care where you're sitting on Sunday
Right.
or if you're sitting anywhere on Sunday.
Correct.
It is just about the fellowship and coming, thank God, and giving him glory and helping one another. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
That's such a powerful statement. And I don't the way Kerry, I don't know if he came up with that or I'm sure it was a download from God, but it's not about where you sit on Sundays. You know, just come.
Just come.
Yeah.
It's there's such a problem. Shit, I don't care. There's such a problem with like, oh, well, I go to that church and y'all do things different over there, and I'm not going to attend over here because I go here, and it's like, bro, we are the church,
Yes.
right? It doesn't matter what building you go to on Sunday, man. We are all there to worship the same God. We are all there to give praise to His Son Jesus. So just come.
Yeah.
Come hang out, see what we're all about.
And
I'm
find some healing.
Yeah.
Faza within community.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
there's going to be somebody at your table that has either gone through or is going through the same thing that you think you're the only person going through at the time.
That's right.
It never fails.
That's right.
It never fails. Um, so, man, so we were talking a little bit about your story, your testimony, your walk, in the sense of, when you were saved earlier, and you had mentioned that you had got saved at a young age. So tell us a little bit about that, brother. Like, you get saved at a young age, but it didn't really take hold. That's kind of what I was hearing until that moment that you brought up earlier, or was there a time in there?
I was 8 when we started attending a non-denomination Christian church. My mom took us. Before that, it's Catholic. And in that time, I actually, thinking about it, you kind of, wow. I did make my first communion in that same time. Then we started attending, I think it was Assembly of God in New Iberia. And grew up in that church. And I've always known there's something different about me.
Okay.
Not just a little, but I've always felt this favor, this hand of protection upon me. And that's when I realized, like, man, God's favor's on me. But knowing that, man, I still always rebelled.
True.
And then of course, something happens in life, and oh God, please, and then I get close, and then in my 20s, got saved, and really, man, I felt so delivered, like so delivered. And then as time goes, the devil finds those little cracks, and he slithers in and starts parting, and from that in my 20s, kind of in and out of church. But then in my 30s, man, I had a really rough childhood.
Okay.
Dad's alcoholic. One of the things is when I say physical abuse, my dad never grabbed me by the throat and punched me in the face. But one of the things he would do was he would flip his graduation ring. And man, he would thump me on top of my head. And I don't know if he realized how hard he was hitting me, but at times I saw stars.
Wow.
And especially when he was drinking, he would do that. And I don't think he was like, you little SOB, and mean it in an ugly way, but it was abuse, man. Because let me tell you, when you see stars, you're hurting someone.
Yes.
Then, I was sexually molested, stepmom, grandparents. My grandfather was kind of, every time he would get mad at us, one of his grandchildren, he would just shun us out of his life, stop talking to us until we went and apologized to him. And so, my dad rejected me at the age of 12. I realized at the age of 14 that my dad was not my biological father. He was paying $250 a month child support, and my mom called and was like, hey, his excuse was, he's probably not even mine. And I remember hearing that over the phone, standing next to my mom or sitting next to her, and she hung up, and I'm questioning about this. Then at the age of 25, I meet what is my biological. And I'm like, man, let's go do DNA. So we went to do DNA, and I remember when the DNA office called me and told me, and I've been knowing for 10 years that it was a possibility, and I knew in my heart that my dad was not my dad at that point biologically. but he's my dad. Still today, he's my dad.
Yeah.
And when that lady called, bro, and she said, Mr. Colby, I said, yes. She told me who she was with, and she says, you ready? And I thought I was ready. Like I already knew. And she says, you and this guy are a match. He is your biological father. And she says, are you okay? And I said, I will be.
Yeah.
And I just hung up. And when I hung up, man, I cried.
This was 25.
25, 26, yeah.
Okay.
I cried and cried and cried and cried and just cried. And again, like I said earlier, I'm always looking for that father figure in my boss. So I ended up being at work that day, and I called my boss, Mr. Carol Thibodeau. Man, what a great influence he's been in my life. He come and meet me and just, I called, when I called, he's like, are you okay? Because he could hear, and I said, no. He says, I know where you are, I'm coming to meet you. And I was just right across the street, man, and he came meet me and wrapped his arms around me and just loved me through that moment, right?
Yeah.
And so that was a moment of healing for me, but at the same time, man, it was just a moment of
It was there
ouch.
and gone, yeah.
Yeah. So, growing up in this rough childhood, everyone that I've thought loved me hurt me. In my early 30s, and I'm like, bro, I got to find healing because I have just been running and living life like a wreck, crashing everything that I touch, everyone that I come into contact with. Even though I didn't mean to hurt them, I would hurt them because I was trying to protect myself, not even realizing. So I started attending counseling, and I'm just being very open with my counselor, right? And the sexual abuse deal comes up. And he said, Colby, it doesn't look like you're ever going to get an apology. He says, you are holding on.
Yeah.
You need to go and apologize. Matt, when he told me I need to go apologize, brother, let me tell you
You're an
something.
abuser?
Yes. I come unglued.
Okay.
Okay, I had been going to counseling for a year. We were scheduled every Monday,
Yeah.
8 o'clock, like clockwork.
Yeah.
I exploded in the office. I stopped going to counseling. On every Sunday night, he would text me, are you going to be there the next morning? I just wouldn't even respond. And in the next 3 weeks, the rage of everything that I had done work through, everything that I had thought I overcame was there.
Yeah.
Ready to come out. And I'm just like trying to hold it from anyone. The lady at the store.
Waiting for somebody to open
Yeah,
it.
man. And I'm just trying to can it all together. And he texted me on a Sunday night afternoon, will you be there tomorrow? Man, I had just been reflecting on what he said because for the last 3 weeks, I'm just like, who am I?
Right.
And I read something or heard something that forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for you. And I just kept. So he texted me that Sunday, will you be there tomorrow? Thank God for his faithfulness of this man of being consistent. Because if he wouldn't have texted, wouldn't have went. And I said, yes. Yes, that's it. Showed up 8 o'clock that next morning, and how you doing? Bro, you want me to open up on you now? Like, because I'm ready to let it out.
Yeah.
And I said, Mr. Lewis, I said, I realize with what you're saying, and I've been hearing it all my life, that forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for me. And you're right. I'll never get that apology. He said, so you need to go and apologize. And I knew at that moment that I had to go as soon as I left that office.
And not so much apologize, but forgive.
Forgive.
Yeah, okay. That makes more sense.
And I drove straight there. And I remember this, and this is what I felt. I'm not saying this is really literally what took place, but from my mental capacity, this is what took place, and this is what happened in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 45-minute drive. I knew where her office was. It was gloomy. It was foggy. It felt like fall time when the weather's nasty and
It's gray
misty,
outside,
just
yeah,
gray
yeah.
outside. Pulled up to the place of business, opened the door, walked in, and I seen her. Boom, made eye contact with her.
You haven't seen her in how long?
Oh my gosh, that's been well over 20 years since I was 11,
Wow.
12. I hadn't seen her.
Okay.
I'm in my mid-30s, early 30s. And I walk up to her, and she looks at me. She says, "Can I help you?"
Don't even know you are.
I said, "You have no idea who I am, do you?" "No." I said, "Colby."
Yeah.
Got silent. I said, "Can we talk in private?" She said, "Sure." We went into the kitchen area, and I closed the door behind me. And I said, "I am sorry for anything that I've ever done to hurt you." And man, this lady just broke down crying. And she went to fall, and I caught her. It just was my reflex.
Yeah.
And I helped lift her. And I just hugged her, and she just hugged me back. And man, I cried, and I bawled. I literally felt the transfer of energy. And we just stayed like that. I don't even know for how long. I mean, it felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
And then we kind of separated, said a few words, what felt like a few words. I'm sure it was way more than a few. Grabbed napkins, cleaned up our face, and then I said, "Hey, so thank you so much."
Wow.
You know, she apologized too. I said, "Thank you so much." And Matt, I walked out that office, and when I opened that door out that building, brother, it was 65 degrees. The birds were
Yes,
chirping. The
indeed.
sky was clear. The grass was green. I'm telling you, this is literally what I felt.
Yeah.
I felt like just Tigger and Winnie the Pooh bouncing, ready to jump, right? And I remember jumping in my truck, and my truck felt brand new, my old 1988, whatever I was driving at the time. I mean, it just felt like a new truck. The windshield was clean. Now you jump in your truck after you wash it, and it just feels like it drives better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
And life changed, man. And I realized at that point how much unforgiveness I was carrying.
Man, that's so good.
And brother, guys, forgiveness isn't for the other person. It's for us. It's for us. And I'm so happy I got to experience that.
Yeah.
So, you know, that taught me that every negative thing that happens in life, there is something positive. You just have to search.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that happened to me.
That's like a launching pad to
Forgiveness, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I just want to forgive everybody.
Relief, man. Just that weight is lifted, and you held the key the whole time. You just never turned it. You know.
Yeah.
Man, that's so good. That is good. Oh, bro.
That instance, man, has just been the turning point of my life, man. It's forgiveness, bro.
And you were 30?
Early mid-30s.
How old are you now?
48.
Okay. Man, that's so good.
Yeah. And you know, after that, man, like I was sharing with you earlier, I went through a dark place again in life. And real dark place. Went through some situations with my own children. Led me to suicide.
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier. I mean, I slowly was setting it up, and my wife and I went and sit with an attorney and wrote my will, and she had no idea that I was planning my suicide. This was over a 9-month period. Just slowly everything.
When did you tell her?
After we went to the bayou, a while after.
Okay.
A while after. It took a while.
Why do you think it took so long?
I love my wife, man.
Didn't want to hurt her. What about, did you ever forgive yourself for that?
I don't know. Never been asked that question.
That's a hard thing to do, you know, to even wrap your brain around that. How do you forgive yourself? You know?
Jesus did, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Bro, you had
Jesus
to ask
did.
that?
It's like internally, where do you?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, brother. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's
Wow.
what we're doing here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I'm glad you asked
know?
too, because I never thought. Yeah.
You know, that's where I don't try to jump to conclusions. I mean, obviously, my first thought was, I know you told her because you just openly said it on here, but I wanted to know how long it took, because I would imagine you're walking around with guilt and shame towards yourself. I don't know if that holding out was so much to protect her, but you're walking around with a bunch of guilt and shame, man, and that's tough. And I know for me, brother, that I spent almost 3 years in recovery, right, in a 12-step program, which I love and adore to death. Okay,
Mhm.
I don't say that program saved my life. It pointed me to the person who did.
Correct.
Okay, but until I started walking with Jesus, I had no idea that I had so much unresolved self-forgiveness in my life. I just didn't. I didn't know. I thought I'd forgiven myself, and I moved on, and I got busy with life, and I was so good at forgiving other people that hurt me. I totally forgot about my forgiveness for myself, and that's my freeing moment when it comes to forgiveness. So that's why I asked.
Thank you.
And yeah, man, take a look at it if you haven't, brother, because you deserve it just as much as that lady did, and just as much as it freed you from her. Um, you could also free yourself from yourself with some self forgiveness, brother. So, how did she take that, man?
Well,
Okay.
my wife is very healthy. What I consider healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spiritually, mentally, you mean, and physically, all the above.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. She's, and I mean, she's a person never put a cigarette to her lips. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sipped alcohol. Never lived through divorce. Lived with a wholesome father, wholesome mother, wholesome family. And just a great big old heart. And I can ramble on because I didn't know what love was, man. I never had someone stick by my side. I just told y'all that. Everyone's left. And my wife, man, she is the person who I'm tough to live with, Matt.
I get it, brother.
And she's just always by my side, man.
Man, I
she
get it.
she encouraging, loving me. Our family dynamics, our family life is what I always dreamed of having with my parents. Our co-parenting skills. This is how healthy we are.
Come on, brother.
Our family life.
Yeah.
How healthy it is.
Yeah.
But our oldest daughter, Cameron, her dad, and his new wife. I actually became ordained minister online.
Did?
Yes. When Cameron got married, she wanted me to perform the wedding and her dad to walk her down the aisle. So I got ordained online. And so we had Cameron's wedding ceremony and whatnot. And then her dad remarried about 2 years after Cameron and Christian, my son-in-law. And he asked me to perform the wedding for him and his new wife.
All right.
Now we get together on the weekends, not every weekend, but
Yeah.
we get together. They were at the house a couple of weekends ago, and we had a little pool get together with the pool and a new grandbaby. And they stayed and hung out. Chad laid on my couch in my recliner and took a nap. Like that. That's family. When you can go to another man's house and take a nap on his couch, that's family.
Yes.
You comfortable.
Yes.
And that's what I want for my children. That's what I want for myself. And How beautiful is
I
that?
see
bro?
that, man.
Yeah. So that's the type of love that my wife has brought in to my life that I want to open up, not keep anything closed. And Jesus used her as that tool to show me that love.
I'm with you, bro. We are so alike. It's the same thing, man. My wife. I don't know what she was thinking. A lot of times to put up with my BS. And yeah, I still fall short of. I take her for granted still, man. It sucks. I hate it. I've been on this pretty serious journey of, I broke down to Pastor DK and the little men's group that I'm part of, and I said I'm tired of treating my wife the way I treat her, bro. And she doesn't deserve it, and I don't know why I do it. And I said I don't want to do it.
Correct.
It's kind of like Paul in Romans, why do I do the things I don't want to do, and I don't do the things I want to do, and it's gotten better, man. Like just that quick release of like, Pastor, I'm tired. I'm tired of doing this. And obviously I've backslid here and there and things come out of my mouth that I'm like, hey, get back. Oh, it's too late, right? But just that Jesus, this is the thing that I'm struggling with the most, and I need to say it out loud to somebody. And from that day, man, I can honestly say, and I hope she feels the same. I think she does. I know she does. That Jesus has been taking the lead on the way I carry myself and treat my wife at home. Just down to the simplest things of my reactions, right? Even when I know, and she'll watch this, even when I know she's wrong, my reaction means so much in that situation, right? Like, I know she's wrong, and I can make sure she knows she's wrong, or I can just say a little prayer and say, babe, I love you, and it's all right.
Yep.
And then that little bitty difference goes a long way, man. And she led me to Christ, bro. She got saved before me. She got baptized before me. I'm sure she was praying all the time for me to do it. And she plays a huge pivotal role in my walk with Christ. And I love her. I love her to death.
Women in our lives. Ladies, if y'all watching this, y'all hold the key to our success of being a good husband, a good father, a good man. We need you guys. We need y'all to love us unconditionally, even when we're falling. And a strong woman that loves her husband is going to bring the love out of him.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then pray.
Yeah.
Pray.
A woman's words are so powerful, brother.
Yes.
There's a pastor out of Jacksonville, but he said this, and me and my wife, it's funny, but like, even when I open the pickle jar that she can't opens, and she like cheers me on after.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Bro,
You're so strong. Yeah.
it's like, give me another pickle jar. I'll open pickle jars all day long.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Those words of like, good job, babe.
So that is how we as men. That is how we feel rewarded.
Yes.
100%. You heard how good it makes you feel. You said it.
Yeah.
Now, our women, you know what theirs is?
Security and love. Yeah.
Get home tonight. I'm going to challenge y'all, men, on the air right now. Come on. All of us. Get home, grab the lotion when you're sitting on the sofa.
Okay.
Rub her feet.
All right.
Take your time. Don't expect nothing in return. Servant's heart, right?
Yeah.
Rub that feet with some lotion, bro.
Okay.
Go to bed tonight, rubbing her back. Don't think we're up here, not.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying, huh?
I know where you go.
Yeah. I like the servant's heart thing, because like you look at society now and everybody's comparing each other to what other people have and like, oh, this is your role and this is your role and this is your role. And when in reality, it's I'm gonna just serve you because I love you. And not only that, but That's how God created us.
Yeah, man.
And it's all backwards and upside down, and the servant's heart, it goes so far. I mean, Kristen and I, it was rocky for a while, especially whenever she was pregnant with our first, and there was a bunch of times where it was like, man, is this gonna last? You know, in the back of my mind, it's like, am I gonna be able to be a single father? But I think God was priming me, like he was showing me what faith was, because I didn't, not that I didn't try, essentially, I guess I just surrendered, you know, and through all the bad stuff, so much good has come out of it, and we're stronger than ever. And even, you know, you're never gonna it's not gonna be perfect ever.
No.
Your relationship, you're gonna have the struggles, but you just stand firm, hold the faith, you know, serve one another, and it gets better. And then, you know, you got another hiccup.
Yeah.
And you look at, you know, people like your elders. They had that baby whenever they was 16, 17 years old, and they have been faithful to each other ever since. And we live in a serial monogamous society.
Right.
It's one person to the next, to the next, to the next. Now I feel like we can relate to the old people just from what we have.
Yeah.
It's I'm gonna just hold the faith throughout the whole thing. I'm not going anywhere. I don't think she's going anywhere. We put up with each other's, you know, and we love it. We love it so much. And now we have two beautiful children together. We have a home, and she's the homemaker, you know. It wouldn't, without her, you need a good woman in your life.
Yes,
and
indeed,
I have an amazing woman. She's
Yes,
a
indeed.
beautiful mother to my children, a great partner. Kristen, I love you so much. Thank you for everything that you do. You are a godsend. And I just,
And he's going home, rub your feet.
Yes.
yeah.
This will air Monday, so
Yes.
we'll know if he did it or
Remember
not.
that back
Yep.
massage the other day? That was
Hey.
I hadn't given a massage, but I was like, man, I can
Pretty
do
good
this
at
more
that.
often. This is relieving stress for me.
Right?
Yeah.
Rubbing your back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
You know,
it's
fellas,
very-
you're talking about that relieving stress, rubbing her back. But the cheat code is servant's heart.
yeah,
If I'm going through something
Mm.
and having that anxiety, instead of being selfish and
Oh,
going pray
man.
for myself, I'm gonna go pray for Matt,
That's good stuff right there.
I
and
see
it
yeah.
relieves
It's like
that.
it's like the secret to life,
Yeah,
right? Go help somebody else.
Is the cheat code.
Go help another one of
Yeah.
God's children.
I catch myself every now and then. It's like, I see them dishes in the sink. I'm gonna go do that, not because I want her to see me doing that so she can praise me, but it's like,
Yeah.
I should be doing that anyway.
Knock it
You
out.
know, I'm helping everybody out
Yeah.
at that point, and it benefits us both because that's one less thing we got to take care of. That's more time we get to spend at the end of the night.
Beautiful. Speaking of women,
Yeah.
okay, before we close,
Right.
KPU Women is coming up next month. My wife's going to kill me. I don't remember the date. I want to say the 27th. If you give me a second, I can check my calendar. I'm sure she has it in there. I was right.
27?
Got it, babe. August 27th. August 27th at Calvary Creek. 6 o'clock, KPU Women's. There you can go to Keep Pointing Up website, get more information about it. My wife and Miss Kim and Taylor, and they have been working diligently. I will say it has taken time away from us, but I'm okay with that, right? She is so excited, and I can't wait for them to launch that. It's going to be good. It's just going to serve the same purpose just for the women instead of us. So look, man, I'm so glad y'all came in today. Colby, I feel like I got to know you. We are the same person. When you say the stories are the same but the details are different, it's unbelievable. Like, I can't wait to share some time with you. You're talking, and I'm like, there's no way, dude, that this dude, it's the same thing, okay? And I'm glad you came. I think you killed it, brother.
Glad you pulled
Right?
me into
You
this.
killed it, brother. I think you're a great
You on the
addition.
show? No, I'm not on the show. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are on the show.
Yeah. So
But one last moment of some hope, some whatever, y'all both take some time to look into the camera and give some last words.
You are loved.
yeah,
You are loved, man.
keep the faith.
Yeah,
Don't let go. Just keep the faith. We all gonna die.
Yeah, brother. Well, ladies, gentlemen, keep pointing up family. Thanks again for tuning in to episode number 3. I think I said 2 when I said
Too earlier, but
it's
yeah,
okay.
it's 3.
Hey, I'm not.
We
Perfect,
make
bro.
mistakes,
I'm
right?
Not perfect. Look, if you're out there and you want some community, Cajun Dome Convention Center, August 12th, 6 o'clock. Come see us. Even if you're nervous, just walk through the door, man. You just got to get to the table. Get to the welcome table, and we'll take it from there. There's a group of guys that are just waiting on you. We'll save a seat for you. We love you, and we can't wait to see you August 12th.